The Riverside Mall was the heartbeat of a bustling suburban town, its gleaming glass atrium and colorful storefronts drawing crowds of shoppers, families, and teens. The air buzzed with chatter, the clink of shopping bags, and the faint hum of pop music from overhead speakers. Amid the Saturday afternoon chaos, 17-year-old Amara Jones navigated the crowds, her vibrant purple hair catching the light and her thrifted leather jacket adorned with hand-painted designs. Amara was a senior at Riverside High, known for her bold style and quiet confidence. She'd come to the mall with her friend Sophia to grab bubble tea and browse for art supplies, her sketchbook tucked under her arm, filled with sketches inspired by her dream of becoming a graphic designer. As the girls laughed over their drinks near the food court, a shadow loomed over them. Carl Bennett, a burly security guard in his 40s, stood with a scowl, his mall-issued badge glinting under the fluorescent lights. Carl was notorious among the local teens for his strict enforcement of the mall's vague code of conduct, often targeting anyone who didn't fit his narrow idea of appropriate. Amara's colorful hair and eclectic outfit clearly didn't pass his test. "You," he barked, pointing at Amara. "You're causing a disturbance with that look. This is a family mall. You need to leave." Amara froze, her bubble tea straw halfway to her lips. Sophia frowned, stepping forward. "She's not doing anything wrong. We're just hanging out." Carl crossed his arms, his voice louder now, drawing stares from nearby shoppers. "I don't make the rules, kid. That hair, that outfit, it's disruptive. Out now or I'll escort you myself." The words hit Amara like a punch. Her style was her identity, a celebration of her creativity, not a crime. Shoppers whispered, some nodding in agreement with Carl, others looking uncomfortable. Amara's cheeks flushed with humiliation, but she held her ground, her voice steady. "Sir, I'm just shopping. I'm not breaking any rules." Carl wasn't having it. He stepped closer, towering over her. "Don't argue with me. You don't belong here looking like that. Move it." Sophia tugged at Amara's sleeve, whispering, "Let's just go, it's not worth it." Amara's eyes stung, but she refused to cry. She grabbed her bag, her sketchbook nearly slipping, and followed Carl toward the exit, the weight of dozens of eyes on her back. Outside the glass doors, under the gray autumn sky, she took a shaky breath, the sting of unfair judgment burning in her chest. Sophia fumed, "That was so wrong. He can't just kick you out for your hair." Amara nodded, her jaw tight. She wasn't one to back down, but she also wasn't one to make a scene, yet. She pulled out her phone and scrolled to a contact labeled Aunt Lena. Most people didn't know Amara's aunt was Lena Harper, a famous musician whose soulful albums had topped charts and whose advocacy for self-expression had made her a cultural icon. Amara rarely mentioned her, wanting to carve her own path, but today was different. She dialed, her voice low. "Aunt Lena, I need your help. I just got kicked out of the mall for how I look." Lena's warm voice came through, sharp with concern. "What? Where are you, sweetheart?" "I'm nearby. I'll be there in 15. True to her word, Lena arrived at the mall, her presence unmistakable. Her trademark braided crown and flowing coat drew gasps from passers-by, some recognizing her instantly. Amara and Sophia waited by the entrance, and Lena hugged her niece tightly, her eyes scanning the situation. "Tell me everything," she said. Amara recounted the incident, her voice steady but laced with hurt. Lena's expression hardened. "Nobody gets to shame you for being you. Let's sort this out." She strode back into the mall, Amara and Sophia trailing behind, as whispers spread through the crowd. Inside, Carl was back at his post near the food court, chatting with another guard. Lena approached, her presence commanding attention. Shoppers pulled out their phones, sensing something big. "Excuse me," Lena said, her voice calm but firm. "I'm Lena Harper, and you just ejected my niece, Amara, for her appearance. I'd like to understand why." Carl's confidence wavered, his eyes widening as he recognized her. Ms. Harper, it's just mall policy." Her look was disruptive, he stammered, gesturing vaguely at Amara's hair. Lena raised an eyebrow, her tone cutting. "Disruptive?" She was drinking bubble tea, not starting a riot. "Your policy sounds like an excuse to judge someone for expressing themselves." Is that how Riverside Mall treats its visitors? The other guard shifted uncomfortably, and a small crowd gathered, some nodding in agreement with Lena. A mall manager, Ms. Karen Patel, hurried over, alerted by the growing buzz. She introduced herself, clearly starstruck but professional. Ms. Harper, I'm so sorry for any misunderstanding. Can we discuss this privately? In the manager's office, Lena sat with Amara, Sophia, Carl, and Ms. Patel. Lena spoke first, her voice steady. Amara's a talented artist who expresses herself through her style. Kicking her out for her hair and clothes isn't just unfair. It sends a message that creativity isn't welcome here. I want to know how you'll address this. Carl, now sweating, mumbled, I was just following protocol. Ms. Patel interjected, I apologize, Ms. Harper, Amara. Our code of conduct is meant to ensure safety, not target personal expression. Carl, this was a misjudgment. She turned to Amara, her tone sincere. You're welcome here, and we'll make this right. I'll review our policies to ensure this doesn't happen again. Lena nodded, then looked at Carl. I hope you'll think twice before judging someone for how they look. Amara's worth isn't in her hair, it's in her heart. Carl, red-faced, managed a quiet, I'm sorry, Amara. Amara met his gaze, her voice calm. Thank you. I just want to be treated like everyone else. The incident didn't end there. Word of Lena's visit spread, and by evening, social media was abuzz with posts about Amara's story, many praising her resilience and Lena's advocacy. The mall issued a public statement apologizing and announcing a diversity training program for staff. Amara, though shaken, felt empowered. She returned to the mall days later, her purple hair brighter than ever, and shoppers greeted her with smiles, some even asking about her art. Lena, proud of her niece, shared Amara's sketches on her social media, sparking interest from local galleries. Amara's experience wasn't just about a famous aunt stepping in. It was about a teen standing tall in her identity, a community rethinking its biases, and a reminder that self-expression is a right, not a privilege. In a world quick to judge, Amara's quiet strength and an unexpected ally showed that even a moment of injustice could spark change for the better.